What's up, everybody? This is your favorite billionaire Ben, back at it again. Welcome to Holy Stream. This is Real Talk Fridays, episode 6. Share this video, lock in. You know what to do. But my question is every week, have you joined the family yet? Have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? If you haven't, I just need you to do something for me real quick. I need you to go to my bio, go to my profile, click the link in the bio, right? It's gonna be, I think, maybe 2-3 links. Just click on the YouTube link. Click that subscribe button. After you click the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so you can turn it on, right? So when your boy uploads some content, you can tune in and watch it. It's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. But I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to lock in. I need you to share this video. Send it to somebody, however you choose to send it to them. Because tonight, we're going to do some real talk tonight. But you know what you got? You got 2 minutes, and then we're going to lock in. So, let's get to it. Yes, sir. Welcome. Welcome to Real Talk Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Real Talk Fridays. This is Holy Stream. This is your host. It's your favorite aunt. And tonight, man. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Real talk. I didn't even know what I was going to talk about tonight. Just being honest. I'm going to be real vulnerable with you all. I did not know what we were going to talk about at all. I did not know. Oh, okay, sound quality is good. It checked in. But again, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what we were going to talk about tonight because I literally just didn't know. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. But I will say this, because typically every Friday, man, I have a topic to discuss and everything like that. But it's really about having a real talk conversation, right? So let's have some real talk. Let's have some real talk. So, and this is strictly ad-lib. This is not scripted. This is nothing. This is strictly ad-lib. I don't have any notes or anything. I never do on Fridays anyway. But I want to bring this up really quickly. Give me 1 second. because I think I wouldn't do anyone justice if I did not have, any scripture to kind of go along with what I'm talking about. Because even though Real Talk Fridays, it's not like a Bible study, it's not like a teaching that we do on Mondays. It's really just a conversation, that we have. So one of the things that I want to, really and truly talk to y'all about is feeling safe. Feeling safe. Wednesday for Bible study, if you missed it, you need to go back and watch it. It was really, really good. Like, I have to go back and watch the replay myself, where I broke down Psalms 23. I mean, down to the common, the lowest factor of the denominator that you can think of. And during that point, there was a part in there where he said, he restored my soul, and said he leaded me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Okay, here we go. And this part when it says, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. And if you read the whole Psalm 23, I broke down how, it's a way of living. It's 6 stages in your life that you actually go through, and each stage is a verse in Psalm 23. And before you can feel safety, your soul has to be restored. Your soul has to be restored. Where it says, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. When a shepherd who has sheep with him, right? They don't have a bunch of goats. They have sheep with them. Because goats think that they're the greatest. Sheep think that they need to serve and have a leader. Goats feel like, I can't follow nobody. I need to do my own thing. And man, it was just really good. Y'all need to go back and watch it, because I don't want to spoil it, but y'all need to go back and watch it. Literally, Psalm 23 is so powerful, man. I'm not even going to lie. But in the stage where it says, he restored my soul, he leaded me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. None of that means anything, because a lot of people, they feel like life is just the shadow of death. It's the valley that they walk through, right? Everybody knows that you got to go through life. Like, that's just what it is. So it says, I will fear no evil. Now, if your soul is not restored, you having this thing, I'm not going to fear nobody but God. I'm not going to fear no evil, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? It will turn into a sense of pride. It absolutely will. It's going to turn into pride, and then you're going to think that you are in the mood to where you will do it yourself. You have to be in control so much to where you think that there's no other way. So I had to learn that, man, that he restores my soul. He restores my soul. And there's a part in there where it says, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The rod is what he has to keep the sheep in the line with where he's going. In other words, he's leading them in a direction by pointing, like, no, come here, pulling them this way. Come on, we got to go this way. We can't go that way. So thy staff, S-C-A-F-F, a staff of people following, assistance. God, Jesus, has ministering angels doing that for him. But the part I never touched on is where it says they comfort me. They comfort me. Even when it comes to relationships, even when it comes to finances, even when it comes to loving someone or loving on someone or being in love with someone. When it says, thy staff, they comfort me, Your soul has to be restored in order for you to be safe. It has to. If your soul is not restored, no matter what somebody does for you, no matter what somebody try to do to help you, if your soul is not restored in the Lord, I'm telling you, man, from experience, you will have people trying to do things for you that only God can do. And it won't be nothing intentional. It's just the way that you're wired, because you don't understand that your soul needs to be restored in order for you to feel the place of security. And especially, I'm saying this from a man's perspective too, because there's this ongoing thing where I don't think that the world understands that men need safety as well. We do. The problem is because we are always on go mode. We are always in attack mode. We are always on a defensive side, meaning protection side, and we protect the people that we love. We protect our children. We protect our family, etc. There is an area where there is safety that needs to be there. There are times, let me just give it to you like this. Do you know why when you enlist in the military? Do you know why when you enlist in a gang? Do you know why when you enlist into a fraternity, the process, the hazing, you know why they do that? Y'all don't know why? Well, let me tell you why. They beat you. They put you through rigorous training. They break you down mentally, because when time comes for war, for battle, you can't have a moment. You can't mentally check out, because you can get everybody around you killed. That's why. It's to take the fear out of you. If you can take this beat down, when an op come, when somebody else comes against you that try to take you out, you won't have the inkling to say, I don't know if I can do it, because you've been through it before. It's to break down your mentality, so when a war hits, when a battle comes, you won't say, I can't do this. When soldiers who have been to war, they will tell you, when it's wartime, I understand you got a family, you got a wife, I understand you got kids, I understand you got siblings, mother, father. During the war, you can't think about that, because if you think about it just for a second, you can get killed. It's a crazy way to think, right? But it's a way to switch your mind and switch your mentality. Now, that's how people get PTSD. That's how people get shell shocked, because they can't compartmentalize that now that the war is over, I have to be a civilian. I have to learn how to be normal. Yo, I got beaten so bad, and now you're sending me into a place where I either kill someone or be killed. And I'm doing that for years and years and years. And I'm not talking about military. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about just life. And for men, we have to think differently, because if we slip up, like I'm gonna tell you this. Every time you go into a restaurant moving forward, ladies, this is what I need you to do. I need you to look at where every man is sitting. Notice in restaurants, the average man is going to sit in the part at the table where he can see all exits. He can see where everything is. Everything. If something pop off, his first mindset is, I'm going to have to take him out, or I have to protect my family. I need to see which way I need to go. It's man's second nature. If you notice, when you're walking on the sidewalk, a man will move you from the side where the vehicles are. He'll just automatically move you over. You're thinking, oh, it's chivalry. You're thinking, oh, it's gentlemanlike. It is from y'all perspective, because y'all feel safe, but we don't feel safe. We're in protection mode. We're in war mode. We're looking for ways to see how we can keep y'all from getting hurt at the sacrifice of our own lives. That's the way it works. That's called safety, which we are giving you safety. But the problem is, when you're always offering safety to people, the question becomes, who gives you safety? Who saves you when things hit you so hard to where you don't know what to do? So when the scripture says in Psalm 23, he restores my soul, you have to understand, man, that restoring your soul, you can't go through therapy to get your soul restored. You have to go to the Lord first, get delivered, then go to therapy. Therapy is not enough. It's not. If you're dealing with multiple personalities, split personalities, acute psychosis, schizophrenia, you're hearing voices, whatever. Therapy can't help you. You're trying to manage something spiritually, demonically in your own right. And if you could do it, you would have done it already. You can't do it. Medicine can't do it. Go to the Lord, get your soul restored, delivered, then you go to therapy. You need both. You need both. So, because therapy is going to help you to do it from a humanity standpoint, from an emotional standpoint, which is very important. But once you get your soul restored, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions, once you get those three in alignment with God, with Christ, guess what? Now you're able to move forward. But even in relationships, let me tell y'all something, man. You got to get your soul restored. You have to, because if not, you are going to expect people to heal you. You're going to use people as a healing tool. You're even going to use people to become the version of who used to hurt you. You're going to treat people like how everyone else treated you. That's what you're going to do, because your soul is not restored. You're going to have people try to act out in ways that hurt you, that you're trying to escape from, but because that's all you know, that's all you've been around. So, for example, you've been around an argumentative set of parentals in your life. That's all you know. All you know is chaos. And in your way of fixing it, you don't talk about it. You don't discuss it. You buy things. You cook for them. You get them food. You think that a gift, which could be your love language, is the reason why someone should move forward with the fact of you are tampering with their soul, which is illegal. You are hurting their soul. You are hurting their mind, their will, and their emotions. You're hurting those three factors in their life. See, we don't think about it like that. We don't, because we don't understand that when you're in a relationship, those three things are working simultaneously every single day. Your mind is working every day with someone. Your will meaning your free will, your decision making, right? Your mind, your will, and your emotions. Those three things are working simultaneously when you're in a relationship with someone. And unfortunately, when you don't have accountability, when you don't take accountability for your actions, you literally will have people trying to heal your soul. And that's not the way to do it. It's really not the way to do it. It's not the way to go about it in the right fashion. Because people really get hurt, man. People really and truly get hurt because you're not healed from what you went through. So you're literally trying to make people into who hurt you, who put you through these things, etc. And then here's the cold, chilling part from it, all right? After you've done all of that damage to somebody, after you put them through hell forever long, right? You decide to think that the person that you put through hell is going to just shake it off quickly and then move forward with life. That's not how it works. The reason why you think the way you think is because you didn't shake it off. You just became the version of what you didn't like happening to you. So you got trained, you got molded into being who you are. And all you're doing is just repeating the process and duplicating what you went through as an individual. That's all you're doing. And you're expecting someone else to come into your life, jump on this train and be a part of it. And you think you have made a decision to say, as long as I'm doing this, you should be happy. People have to show you how to love them. What worked with someone else won't work with the new person. It absolutely won't. The way that you cooked for him or the way that you cook for her, you can't cook for the same person that way. They don't even like the same flavor. They don't even have the same palate. They don't have the same taste buds. You like to cook your food spicy because your ex like their food spicy. This person don't eat spicy food. So instead of you adjusting, you're thinking, this is the way it is. This is the way I cook. You got to take it or leave it. That is the most selfish way for you to think. And you think that God is supposed to govern you. God don't treat us like that. Our Heavenly Father doesn't treat us like that. Jesus didn't even have that mindset. He never had that mindset at all. So You going into this, you need to get your soul 100% restored before you can move forward with anyone else. Your mind, your will, and your emotions has to be on point consistently and simultaneously in order for you to get to that new level. There's no way around it, man. Like, if you want safety, if you want to feel safe emotionally, because some people have been through things physically. If you want to feel safe emotionally, those three things have to be restored. They have to be restored. I'm telling you from experience. Your soul, your will, your soul, which is your mind, your will, and your emotions. Your mind. Your thoughts have to change. They have to. The way that you think has to change. The way that you think has to change. It has to change, because if not, you're going to expect people to think like how you think. You're going to expect people to accept the ways of which you think, the processes of which you think. You're going to have to change that. If you want to feel safety from the Lord, you got to really govern your thoughts around what the Lord is saying. That's the only way. Because the way that you thought before is one of the reasons why you've been hurt. And that's I think that statement I just made is really the hardest statement that anyone else can ever receive from themselves. I'm in the situation I'm in is because of the way that I thought. Where I am financially is because of how I think. Or it's because of how I thought. I am in my living situation is because of the way that I thought. You didn't want to be in that way. Like, you don't want to be like there. You want better. Of course, we all want better. But what thoughts led you to be here? There was some decision making before that led you here. But God still covers you. He still governs you, right? He still keeps you on point. But that has to change, man. Like, because that gets rid of the cycle in your life. It does. It gets rid of the cycle. It really and truly gets rid of the cycle. The cycle won't stop until your thoughts change. Your thoughts change. Because if not, I'm going to tell you this, you will make red flags turn green if you don't change the way that you think. Absolutely. You will make red flags 100% green. You will give people passes that you know if the shoe was on the other foot, they would never give you a pass for this type of behavior. They would not. They wouldn't give you a pass for how you act, how you react, how you respond to things, how you talk, your attitude, your body language, your language itself. There is no way they would give you a pass. They wouldn't give you a pass at all. They would not let you come into their lives and act the way that you are acting. They wouldn't even let you do it. So why are you letting them do it? Why? Because your soul is not restored. You're trying to restore it by doing other things. You're Googling things to get your mind right. You're Googling things to get your decision making right. You're following people on social media that is you're trying to mimic the way that they make decisions in order for you to make better decisions. You are thinking about doing different things to help you out emotionally in order for you to move forward. Yo, you gotta do that the right way. And I'm saying, I didn't say it a little bit more, but for the men, your soul really matters in this world. It really does. Your mind, your will, and your emotions it is the only reason why you function daily. It's the only reason why you function daily. Your mind, your will, and your emotions. If you do not get those things intact, you will think that the only way that I can feel safe is if my children are safe, or as if my wife is safe. That's it. That's the wrong way to go about life. It's the wrong way to go about life, because here's what will happen. If you if one of them turn their back on you, then what are you going to do? If your wife leaves you, then what? You crash out. If your daughter starts disrespecting you, then what? You crash out again? Most people, most men who lose it all, it happens because their souls are not restored. It is a split second, 5-second, or even 30-second decision that causes men their lives, either in jail or dead, or unfortunately, suicide. I don't want that for you because it's not worth it. Have I been close? Absolutely. So I can honestly talk about it and say it's not worth it, because when you get to a point to where you want to take your life, you want to harm somebody else, or you're thinking about just leaving, you don't want to be here. You get to a point of isolation mentally, because all you just want to be loved correctly. You just want to be loved right. Because most men, for the world to know, we're very simple. You just got to find what makes him happy. How do you find out what makes him happy? Ask him. Just ask him what makes you happy. And just wait and listen. He may say, well, as long as my family good, I'm good. No, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you what you think makes you happy, because you've conditioned yourself to feel that as long as everyone else is okay, I'm okay. That's not what I'm talking about. What makes you happy? If you're not okay, so you got that part done. Everybody is okay. But what about you? What makes you happy? Most men do not have an answer because they weren't taught to learn what makes them happy, or they were not, or they got with somebody that they shared that what they do that make them happy, and that person said, well, I think that's stupid, or I don't see how you can even do that, or I don't see how that's even that I don't see how that can make you happy, because that don't make me happy. You are with a very selfish individual. So they told you need to grow up. That's not what men do. And they're not men. Sound familiar? Right? And the whole time you build your life by making that person happy, and that person is the most miserable individual on this planet. And you know the sad part about it is, once they have used you up and they have moved on, after you tried to get them to be the person that you need in order for you to function correctly in a relationship, in a marriage, etc., you know what happens? They turn around and become the version that you've been asking them to do for years to someone else. They never wanted to submit to you. They never wanted to have a nice, calming conversation with you. They were always combative. They never listened. They just never want to get on the same page with you. Anything. Emotionally, intimacy, financially, family, they never want to be on the same page with you. But the moment they split up with you, they leave, go be with somebody else, they are the best version ever. The new guy gets the version that you never ever received. And you worked on this for years, all for it to leave you. And now your soul is damaged. How do you deal with that, fellas? How? How do you deal with that? What you do? You go to the gym? But after the gym, then what? You get you some food? Then after the food, then what? What? You hit the chick up that they ain't talked to in a while? After that, then what? Y'all have sex? After that, then what? Oh, you turn to pornography? After that, then what? Oh, you decide to drink. You want to go out, go clubbing. You want to get it out of your system, the pain and hurt that you felt. After that, then what? What do you do after that? And then what's crazy is, God will literally let you go through it just for you to see that, okay, now what? What's next? Because right now, you're trying to restore your soul by yourself. You're trying to restore your mind by, I'm going to do something to forget about it. You try to restore your emotions by putting your anger and your hate and your pain into someone else or some activity. Right? or you try to restore your decision making or your will by making reckless decisions, just doing the complete opposite than what you normally even set boundaries for yourself as a value. But what now? What do you do now, men, after you have been through all of that? What do you do? That's the part of safety that I'm talking about, that men do not feel safe in, that particular area. I know it all so well because I've been there. So you have to let the Lord govern your safety. You have to. Because you let people in, and the people didn't do you right. They turned their back on you. They used you up. You've always adjusted to their life. You've always adjusted to what they like, how they like it, what they feel, how they don't feel. You've always served in the right capacity. But you are always around those type of people, and they do not appreciate how you serve them. They purposely try to find a way to discredit how you serve. Yeah, he served, but it's just not good enough. Yeah, he served, but look at all the other stuff he do. Wow. Sound familiar, don't it? Like all of the servantry that you have put up as a man, for some reason, someone or people will find a way to discredit the little things that you've done. It hurt, don't it? I know. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt really bad. It hurt so much to where you have to try to compartmentalize that. Now you're trying to think like, okay, I lived my life a certain way for so long. What's normal now? I don't even know what's normal anymore. I don't know what is real and what's fake. What's true, what's false. Oh, the most favorite one. I don't know if it's God or if it's the devil. I don't know who sent you or who did not send you. I don't know. Because my soul, it needs to be restored. It needs to be restored. So, fellas, your safety matters emotionally. It matters. You feeling safe is the best version of you. You have to get to a point to where you have to focus on getting your 3 areas of your soul in alignment with God. Because if not, you will really and truly expect people to make you safe, and it's not their job to do so. If you understand that your soul needs to be restored and your safety will come from Jesus, when someone comes into your life, they will be an addition, an add-on to your comfort and what's safe for you. And if they try not to be that, you will catch it early. Because I know how people can be chameleons. They can disguise themselves in the beginning and then they can be someone else in the end. Nah. Because when your soul is not restored, your ears are up in defense mode, trying to figure out why they are here, and you're trying to basically pressure them into being someone that you don't want them to be. So that's all you're looking for. I'm looking for them to do something so I can cut them off quick. Because I've been hurt. I've been used. I've been talked about. I've been disrespected. I've been all of the things you can ever imagine. So now I have to protect myself from the next predator, from the next user, from the next person that's going to try to come at me sideways. You can't put all your mind, will, and emotions into things. And for all of the fellas that are saved, you can't put it in the ministry either. That's not going to work. Because the ministry will fail you, because ministry is people. You can't put it in the ministry either. You have to be obedient and do what the Lord tell you. But once that's over with, then what? You still have to live your life, man. You still have to live. No matter what you do. Anywhere you fall in the fivefold, apostle, preacher, teacher, evangelist, prophet, when it's said and done, you're not prophesying all day long. All day long. There are moments where it is just you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not speaking in tongues all day long. You're not casting out demons all day long. When that's said and done, what are you doing? What are you doing in your spare time? What are you doing that what makes you happy? That gives you joy, true joy. What do you do? Let me tell you, do it. Figure out what it is. And when you do it, you bring it to the Lord. Lord, this is what I like to do, and I'm going to do it. And then meantime, in between time, Lord, give me peace during this. Give me peace. Give me peace, Lord, so that I too can be a part of you. And then God's going to send people that's going to help you during that time. That's going to be an addition to it. That's what I mean by help. Be an addition to the peace that you're already getting from God. But if you don't have that peace from the Lord, when God does send that person, you're going to run them away. You're going to fumble them because you've been fumbled. You've been fumbled in the worst way. So I encourage you, man, to seek the Lord. To get out of your head and get out of that emotion of being fumbled so hard. Because it hurts so bad to be fumbled. It hurts in the worst way to give your all to someone, and then after all of that, it's gone. Like, it hurts to be fumbled. It really does. So, you have to get your mind, your will, and your emotions on point. How do you feel? What makes you happy? And for any man that comes in contact with this video, I want you to put it in the chat. Like, what makes you happy? Is it playing golf? Is it collecting baseball cards, basketball cards? Is it collecting Pokemon cards? Is it playing the video game? Is it hiking? Is it running? Is it building things? Like, ladies, let me say this to you. Y'all need to stop trying to put up this picture of what you think a man should do. Every man is not out here pouring concrete. You do understand that there's a man above them, right? That supervises them, right? You do understand that there is a man above them that pays that supervisor in order for them to supervise those people below, right? Let me help you understand something, okay? For all of the ladies that don't know, let me tell you how it works. You see, I'm gonna really give you the pyramid of a man when it comes to his livelihood of finances. Let me tell you how it works. All right. You got the CEO, which you don't ever meet. You know why? Because they work from home. You got the CFO, which is the person that is over the finances. Then you have the manager or the VP, the person who's probably the vice president over operations, etc. They look over all facets of the company, or they could be called a project manager. Below them, you have the managers, then you have the supervisors, then you have the worker bees, the team members, the assistants, whatever. Every man is not set to be a team member. There are men in this world that are leaders that manage other people very, very well. Just because your man don't have on steel toe boots, just because your man is not a mechanic and don't have his hands and his fingers dirty. Mechanics need to get their tools from an auto parts store. Just because he's not working in the auto parts store doesn't mean he's not a man. Because guess what? Who owns the auto parts store? Who manages the auto parts store? Who's the project manager? See, y'all not thinking clearly. Y'all thinking so small. I want y'all to really think this, because the world tells you, in order for you to be a man, you got to know how to build this, that, and the third. That's great if you know how to do that as a man, but every man don't know how to do that. You need technology now. This is 2025. Without technology, all that building stuff, you won't do it, because how are you going to get the floor plans? How are you going to get the architect? You do know that there's a degree called an architectural engineer, right? You do know that there's mechanical engineering. You do understand that, right? Those individuals are not manual labor workers. Those are six-figure earners. They don't see manual labor. They are the ones who are building up the floor plans, putting the stuff together, putting the mechanics together. For all of you that have security issues, like with your phone and stuff like that, how your social media is always on lock, those individuals do not work outside. The people that work for Meta, they don't work outside. They are in their homes or in an office daily. They drive Porsches, Lambos, you name it. You don't see those individuals coming in steel-toe boots, hard-toe boots, and that's the problem. Blue-collar workers versus white-collar. Don't think every man is set to do that. Don't think that, because they're not. So this measuring stick of you thinking, oh, a man has to do this, that, and the third, you will literally destroy men by putting them in a box, and you wonder why you don't have your husband yet, because you're thinking this small. You're thinking this little. I'm just warning you now because I have conversations with men, and I'm a man myself. I've been in a situation where I've been categorized as that. You got to do this in order for you to be considered a man. That is not true. Stop telling people that. And please, don't tell your sons that. Don't do that. God gave you your husband, right? Before I formed you, I knew you in your mother's womb. That's the book of Jeremiah. That's a prophetic book, by the way, just so you know. If that man was with God before he came down to earth, before you even met him, even if it's your son, you gotta study your son and see what your son is doing from a kid in order for you to help them realize, okay, let me lead them into this area because this is what they're good at. Just because your son is 6'6" does not mean he's an athlete. It does not. Goliath never played basketball. He was a giant. He wasn't dunking on people. Like, he wasn't playing football. That wasn't the case. Like, but when you look and study their movement, what they do, you can really get a grip. Like, oh, okay, they like music. They always beating on pots and pans. I noticed my son is really good with math. I wonder, where could he be with this? Because he's really good with numbers. I notice when people get around my son, he likes to gather them together. He gets them all the way around and they just follow my son. Like, my son's just a cool kid on the block. Everybody want to hang out with my son. Your son is a leader, but how can you help them lead? But you're thinking, I want to keep them busy during the summer. I want to just throw them in I want to put them in some extracurricular activities so that I could just be free and I don't have to do nothing. You are hurting your kids because you're not spending time with them. That is your God-given duty to help them, manage them. Your child probably don't like sports, but they're doing it because they know that that's the only way that you're going to spend time with them. That's the only way that you're going to be happy. And that's the only way that they're going to see you cheerlead them. Because you're there. They want your time, but they need to understand what it is that they want to do. Look at them, study them. That's how you're going to help them. And then once they become men, they will have an idea of what it's like to be studied, to be helped, etc. But most men were not studied at all. They were put into things and then they were told, you're going to do this. You're going to like it. Isn't that what men do in relationships? We just accept everything. We turn red flags green. You're going to like it. You're going to love it here. You're going to accept it. You really don't like it. You really don't. But you just stand in it because you thought that that's the way it's supposed to be. So please, 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 please stop doing that to men. The world does it too. Stop thinking, oh, every man should do this. No, every man shouldn't. There are men right now that are sitting on $1 million ideas, but they're working for somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with working for someone else. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're called to do, then trust me, you better do it. But if you're not, you're sitting on something right now, you're not telling anyone. Because you were told, unless you know how to provide, then you ain't a real man. Y'all need to stop telling men that. Stop doing it. This is why we, especially for black men, this is the reason why we are the lowest on the totem pole. And that's the reason why other races don't want to see us at the top. Because they know what we're capable of. They want what we have, but because it's a God-given thing, but they can't get it naturally. So I'm saying that, like, y'all need to stop doing that. You are destroying the fabric of men by doing that. You're destroying it. And so men now have to adjust to doing things that don't make them happy, but it's now people pleasing because it makes other people happy, because that's the only way that they're going to feel supported. As long as I make other people happy, then I'm going to be happy. That's not a way to live, because once them folks get tired of you and they leave, then what are you going to do? That's how men end up homeless on the street. Men lead the world in homelessness, suicide, you name it. Every bad category, men lead in it. They lead in it. They lead in it. There has to be a stop somewhere. It has to be a stop. It has to come to a halt. It has to come to a stop. It really does. It really does. Stop thinking that every man should build. No, they don't. Every company has builders, but guess who they do have? They have CEOs, they have project managers, they have junior project managers. They have those. They have CTOs, CIOs. Some of y'all don't even know what that even mean because you think that the only way to do it is doing it this way. No. You got designers. You have those individuals. You got engineers. You have computer scientists. You have those individuals. But because you don't see it, you're not in those spaces, you don't know that it even exists. You don't know it even exists. Don't you know right now it's a guy right now that looks very, very nerdy. He's very, very, as some people say, very geek. He's very smart. You know, he's a techie guy. And he make anywhere from $250,000 to $350,000 a year. But you wouldn't know that because he dresses real low down. He wears jeans, a pullover shirt, a $7 button down under with some New Balance, and he making $250,000 a year, and you making $16 an hour trying to tell him what he's not doing. You see how crazy that sounds? You see how crazy that really, really sounds, right? He can literally go into your house and shut down your whole life from a laptop if you want to. And he makes $250,000 plus a year. And you're trying to tell him he's not real because he's not a certain type of way. Please stop it. That's what they did to Jesus. And to prove it, and I had this conversation recently with someone. When he was in the garden of Gethsemane, and Judas brought the Roman soldiers over and the Pharisees and the scribes and all of them to arrest him, they didn't even know what he looked like. They was like, which one is it? Judas had to say to them, and I quote, and it's in scripture, the one on whom I kiss is whom he is whom you should arrest. Because he didn't look like everybody else. I mean, he looked like everybody else. He didn't stand out and look different. So stop trying to make men into a certain caliber, okay? Like you're destroying it. It's seated, just like how women, you want to be accepted for who you are, how you look, etc. Men need the same thing. That's the only way the two things can work. These unwritten rules of you got to do this and do this, that's not even biblically written. But for some reason, the world made up their own rules, and then they took God out of it, and then they expect God to govern it. Please stop doing that. You are hurting men. You are hurting men. This thing of real men should do this. Stop saying that. Because when you die, that statement you made, it's irrelevant because nobody cares. Nobody cares. What is it? 7 continents in the world, right? See, North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and other. Yeah, 7 continents in the world. There are millions of men on each continent. And you're looking at one guy on a reel that's making these statements and you believe in that. The other continents don't even know this dude. Why are you listening to him? Why? They don't even know him. And you're telling them that this is the way men's supposed to be? But what if that same man went to a different continent? He'll get treated different. He'll get treated better. Then what? Will you have that same standard when the whole time he was saying what he was expecting and talking about was right? Then when you go to a different continent and he's right there and it's accepted, we think because we're in the United States of America that we can't be wrong. Like, we're always right. That's crazy because that means that God only resides in this country. He don't reside nowhere else. Make it make sense, y'all. Just make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Fellas, I know you just want to be loved correctly. I'm going to say this and I'm done. I know you want to be loved correctly. I know you want to be loved the right way. You absolutely can. Get your soul restored, please. Get your soul restored, man. When you do that, and let me say this, here's how you know when it's time to get your soul restored. It is when God is literally, he's answering your prayer, and then in the middle of him answering your prayer, all hell breaks loose. That's when you know you need to get your soul restored because God is pushing forward whatever you prayed for. And what you pray for is in so much alignment that it's so connected to what God wants to do with you in this season that the hell had to come. Because without the hell breaking loose, you wouldn't move. So he had to do it that particular way. That's when you know your soul needs to be restored, meaning your mind, your will, and your emotions. Those three right there. Your mind, your will, and your emotions. Please get your soul restored. Ladies, if you want your man to feel safe, those are the three things you need to focus on concerning him. His mind, his will, and his emotions. Those three things right there. Those three. How he thinks, how he makes decisions, and his emotions. Do not try to change the way he thinks and manipulate him, because God is going to get you. Do not try to manipulate his decision making and make the decision making about you. Do not try to manipulate his emotions by doing emotional gymnastics about a situation that you do not want to take accountability for. When it's your fault, say it's your fault, you're bad, own it, work your butt off to fix it, to let him know that yes, this is my fault, I'm going to continuously fix it, and show it with your actions and with your effort. Don't try to bring up things that he did because you do not want to accept accountability for what you didn't do. Those three things are very important to men. His mind, how he thinks, how he compartmentalizes. His will, how he makes decisions. When it's emotionally high, or when it's emotionally regular, or when he's making emotionally low decisions. How does he function in those ways? And then his emotions. How does he feel? Does he shut down? Does he talk a lot? Or does he not talk at all? Is he a man of few words? Something is going on, because no one is raised to be a person of few words. Once you learn how to talk as a kid, you know, some of y'all have kids. Your kids don't ever stop talking. Somewhere along the line, somebody told him to shut up and don't say nothing ever again. And he took it personally. He said, well, fine, I'm just not going to talk ever again. Ever. And since then, he just never talked. But he does to people that he's close with, people that he trusts. So if he's not opening up to you because there's something within his mind, his will, or emotions that you haven't tapped into yet, I'm giving y'all the game, ladies. You tap into them three areas, you will get the best version of him. If you don't tap into those three areas, because guess what? You have those same three areas as well. You just live yours out a little bit differently. He has them too. He just don't know how to live them out. Or he lives them out on a very, very low level, meaning that you don't really see it. It's very low key. His mind, his will, and his emotions, his soul needs to be on point. Them three areas are not on point. They will literally not be the best version of themselves. So please, 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 this is how men need to be helped. Pray for their mind, so their minds will be reprobate. Pray for their minds, because the enemy attacks their minds. When men go out, they get racially profiled, that messes with a man's mind, because he has to turn it off so that his will doesn't say, I'm going to retaliate, and his emotions don't feel so hurt to where he feel played, to where he doesn't internalize it. So that's why it's harder for men, because we get attacked mentally first on everything. We ain't talking about what the devil say to us. That's just something completely different. So the mind hits first. The decision making comes second. I got to make a decision on what I just heard. And now I have to feel whatever I need to feel about what I just heard and what I just felt. So what men mostly do is this. When they hear something, they put their, God, this is so, wow. They put their will and their emotions together, even though they're supposed to be separate. And they make a decision. If I respond to this the way that I feel, then it won't go so well. So I'm just not going to feel nothing at all. I'm just going to accept it. That is the worst way to go about it, fellas. That is the worst way to go about it. It is. You have to learn how to separate the three. Your mind is one thing. Your will and your decision making is something else. And your emotions is something else as well. It is three buckets in your life that you need to be governed with the Lord, because if not, you will blend all of them together, or two of the three together, and you're going to think it's two. You know what happens when you blend your mind and your emotions? There's an empty bucket right there where you accept things that you're not supposed to accept. Red flags, disrespect, people hurting you, people walking on you, talking about you, all of that in your face, and you just let it happen. You become a door to people, a doormat to people. And you're not supposed to do that because you're a human being. You accept things. No, these are three buckets in your life that need to be filled daily. And you have to work on that daily, men, because if you don't, you're gonna continuously be hurt by somebody or some people, a group of people, friends, family, whoever. You're going to be hurt by these people that are going to continuously do this to you. And you shouldn't do that. I don't want you to go through that. I don't. So my real talk for you this Friday is this. Okay? Get out of your own way. I'm not going to say put your feelings aside, put your emotions. No, I'm not going to say that, because you got to learn where they go. Separate your will, which means your decision making, and your emotions. Deal with them separately. Okay? Your mind, meaning your thoughts. Read books. All right? I don't have my book with me. I wish I had it so I can show it. So anyway, you can Google it. I got it from Walmart, and it was only $7.99. It's a really good book. It's a small book. It's like this small. It has like over 150 pages in it. It is a daily book. It's a daily read. It's like a devotional, but it goes over different topics, and it's in alphabetical order from A all the way to Z. And it goes over everything: relationships, sin, sex, stress, judgment, suicide. It goes over every topic that you can possibly think of as a man, and it gives you scripture behind it. It gives you commentary. It gives you different things. Like, you can get you some books and read. You have to read. Physically get you a book and read some books. It will help you. I promise you, it will help you get through a lot of things. Get you a Bible as well. Read your Bible. Get you out of the KJV or the new KJV or the NLT, whatever version you want to read. But get you an actual Bible and start reading. Start reading. Start in the book of Romans, then read the Gospels, and then read from Matthew all the way to Revelation. After you read Romans is going to give you how to live after you've been saved as a babe in Christ. Then you need to learn about how you become a babe, which means the Jesus walk. You learn about how he did it and why he did it and what he did. Then you're going to learn how you should move as a believer. That's in the Gospels. Then you're going to go back and read the letters that Paul wrote to the churches, and you're going to read about how Paul went through things in order for these letters to even be published in the first place. You're going to see how he got arrested and hated on and lied on and all kind of stuff. Like how he got flogged, like how Jesus got flogged multiple times. You're going to read about that. Then once you get to Revelation, you're going to start back over in the beginning and go from Genesis all the way to Revelation again. Yes, you're going to read Romans twice. Yes, you're going to read the New Testament twice. But about the time you do that, it's going to help you emotionally and with your decision making. It's going to help you in those areas. So read you some books, journal, write some things, get you a tablet. Go to Walmart, buy you an 85 cent to a $1 tablet. Get you a pen from Dollar Tree. Spend $1 on the pen and write. You write out how you feel. Okay? That's going to help you. That's going to help you with your thoughts. They're constantly going. Right? Next, your will, your decision making. Go to the gym and work out. It's going to help you handle how you make better decisions. If you can learn how to make better decisions when you're lifting something heavy that can possibly injure you, you're going to learn how to make better decisions when it comes to your job, your finances, how you choose people, how you pick people, all of that. So go to the gym, work out, go walk, go run, do some actual activity. Go play basketball. You don't have to play against anyone. I don't care if you don't know how to play. Get you a ball and just dribble the ball. That's going to help you with your hand-eye coordination. It's going to help your brain. It's going to help your brain connect to things. So start doing that. Get into some physical activities. If you go rock climbing, whatever you do, go hiking. Get into some physical activities, okay? And then your emotions, okay? Get deliverance. Get deliverance. Go to a church, to a ministry that does deliverance. You need deliverance, man. You need it. I'm telling you, it's going to help you. You need deliverance. Once you get through deliverance, go to therapy. Please go to therapy. Because once you get in a relationship, you need to get into therapy once you're in a relationship with someone. Go through deliverance with the person you're with as well. It's going to help you. You don't have to be super saved. This is just basic steps I'm giving you in order for you to understand how you can feel safe as a man. These 3 simple things will help you in the long run and even in the short term. Even in the short term. Now, here's the other possibility of things that can happen. The enemy's going to come to try to knock you off your square, keep you out of alignment for what you're doing. That's where the accountability comes into play. That's why you write. Last but not least, get you a planner. Get you a planner. You're going to spend anywhere between $5 to maybe $7, $8. You don't have to get a very exclusive planner, extensive planner. Just get your regular planner. I'm going to go to Walmart or order it on Amazon. Get you a planner and plan out your week. Every Sunday, plan out your week. What you're going to do for the week. How you're going to do it. Plan out your week. And once you plan out your week, you're gonna stick to it, and you're gonna strike off everything you completed, and then celebrate. Once the week is done, celebrate. Celebrate how you finished the whole week. Set a goal for yourself. What is your struggle? Do one struggle a week. Okay, my struggle is this. Let me write down the struggle. I don't want to do this no more. Pray about it every single day, and then you'll be fine. And before you know it, you'll be teaching people these things. You'll be teaching it. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Real Talk Fridays I think is going to be really, really good. It definitely might be a podcast later on, but as of now, this is the way it's being done. So, share this video, send it to someone. If you decide to give, the giving information is in the description box, or in the description of this video. My bad. Go ahead and give. As well, your giving does help. And last but not least, fellas, you don't have to be strong. You don't have to have it all together all the time. You're human. You're human, man. You're human. You're not gonna have it all together all the time. Any person that does that, they just learn how to lie to themselves really good to help them to compartmentalize what they're going through. But when the camera's off of them, when they're by themselves, they're in the fetal position, probably on the floor or under the covers, and they're just crying their eyes out. They're just crying. They're wailing because of what they're feeling, because they've mixed mind, will, and emotions all together. They mix it all together, and that's not a healthy thing to do. So I beseech you for there, brethren, that you taste and see the goodness of God, that you do. So that's my time. Thank you for tuning in. And I will see you next week. Take care.